Hi, welcome to SBLbiz TV. My name is Mike Cosentino. In this week's episode, we're going to talk to you about creating actionable goals and making sure that you take a look at the strategies, what I call the top 10 strategies I believe you should be considering for 2013. We're going to break this into two parts here. I think first I'd like to talk to you about creating goals and taking a look at, as a small business, it's hard to believe, we're 2 weeks away here from a new year. And it's really important to take a look back at how did 2012 go? What areas did I do well in, and what areas was I struggling in, and how do I improve that? In working with professionals for over 10 years now on creating goals and creating actionable plans within their business, the most common problem that I see with most professionals and owners is that they don't create actionable goals. And they also don't put a purpose behind it. And let's talk a little bit further about that. I think it's important first that you take a look at creating any form of planning for your business and break it into categories. It's real important, I believe, as a business owner, to make sure you create kind of what I call a life plan, where you're putting together specific categories, and then you're actually creating content that actionable goals, within each of those areas. And let's talk about that. First category I believe you should look at when you're creating goals is health for yourself. I then believe you should take a look at your family and create goals there. Spirituality, create goals there. And then move into your business and your complete business plan in detail. And then friends, and then investments that you would like to accomplish as well. And I think if you break it into those categories and then put actionable goals in place, you're way ahead of what most people are doing on an annual basis. Now, I believe the difference between taking action, just like typing this stuff out and putting it away and not looking at it to the next year, is by having a driving purpose. And what do I mean by a driving purpose? Well, a compelling statement that you're putting down with that specific category, something that's driving you towards that goal. Next question I commonly get is, well, Mike, what's compelling? Well, compelling is something that when you read that statement, the hair on your skin stands up. It drives you towards it. It's something that, I'm going to really go after that goal, because you've created such a compelling statement. It hits to your heart that you really want to go after that goal and you really want to make it happen. And that's really where, purpose can make a big, big difference in having you go after your goals. So remember that. Remember that you're going to create actionable goals within each category we talked about here. And remember that you're going to put a compelling purpose behind each goal. And then, most importantly, start with taking a look at what you did last year. And then lastly, I would say, is make sure that you're looking at those goals daily. And it could be just a summarization that you're looking at, the main points from each goal in each category, and then taking a hard look at it monthly. But just don't put it away and not look at it again until the next year. It's too easy to do that. Look at it, keep it, visualize it, and you're going to have a much better opportunity of making your goals a reality for your business and as a whole in your life. Next, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about, in this first part, is strategies and areas that I believe are going to show a significant growth for small business. The first area I'd like to talk about is the fact that SEO is getting tougher. And so if SEO is getting tougher for a lot of small businesses, where should we be going? Well, local SEO still does provide a viable option. Okay, now, I know in some cases, depending on your category, it may have good traffic or it may have very little traffic, and it may just be a strategy used for branding. That depends on your product or service and the area of the country that you're in or where you're from. It still has, the competition is not as bad there as it is on a national level or a global level, and I believe local is going to get the same way, because you have big companies like Google and Apple stepping into it, and there's more and more people searching through a local search method, meaning that they're putting the product or service in city and state. So that's going to continue to get more competitive. And with that in mind, what other options are there for the small business? And I believe that social media traffic is something, as a small business, you really have to nail down. You have to learn it, and I'm going to talk more about that in part 2 of strategies that you can utilize to be able to do that. Also, I believe that mobile marketing is going nowhere but up. And the results that small businesses are getting have been staggering. I think the most recent survey that I've seen was somewhere around 84% of the people surveyed said they were profitable when using mobile marketing. That's a staggering number. So clearly there's success with mobile marketing. The open rates are, when you do any form of SMS marketing, which we'll talk more about in the part 2, is staggering. So you need to look at those strategies, I believe, as a strong option for 2013. Number 2 is quality content. If you don't know it by now, quality content is king, okay? And it's getting more and more so every year. 2012 just showed that again with the updates that Google put in place. You're going to see more and more focus on delivering quality content to the user, a better user experience. And quite frankly, as a business, you should like that, because you're going to be going after it and creating great content for your company, and you want to be in a position, if you're creating great content for your company, that you're being rewarded. So it's important that you focus on that. And I'd also say that on the topic of quality content, if you're a business, you don't have a blog, and you've been listening to us for any length of time, that's a mistake. It's really something that's easily implemented, whether it's yourself or someone else that you're hiring to write, that's up to you. And we'll talk more about that in part 2 as well. And then the last part I would talk about is pictures. I'm amazed, and it's number 3, how the small businesses are still not capturing the fact that it's going on almost 2 years now, that pictures are really becoming very important to be captivating. You lose a sense of professionalism if you don't have them, and they can help you rank better as well by using some strategies we'll talk about in part 2 as well. So creating pictures for your specific blogs, utilizing pictures whenever you can within marketing for your business online is really important. The emphasis has grown, and it's no different than when I talk about video marketing. They're right along the same line. Hope you've enjoyed this first part today as we're starting to plan for your strategies for 2013. And as always, remember that the leads are the fuel to your business, and I believe the best brand of fuel is online marketing. Until next time, I wish you nothing but the best of success.